Don't worry. I'll wait. Think about it. When was the last time you spent a day just for you, doing what you want to do? If it's hard for you to think of the last time you spent the day doing what you love, then this message is for you. Welcome back to 413 Vision TV. I am Queen Marie, and this week we are reclaiming the word selfish, honey. That's right, because taking care of yourself, loving yourself, and focusing on you is selfish, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, hopping off of last week's video, first of all, let's pull over. Thank you so much for all the love, comments, and support I received for last week's video. This is the beginning of a new era, and I'm so happy to finally be here on YouTube. Now, to get back on track. Last week, we discussed how I overcame being homeless at the height of the pandemic. And I think it's very important that we break that down a little bit more. We just rushed through it. It was the first YouTube video. We didn't have enough time to really dive deep. But don't worry, over the next few weeks, we'll definitely dive deep into the specifics of how I overcame homelessness, starting with this week. And I think it's very important that we start with this discussion because it was the foundation for me getting serious and really learning and where I was at and coming up with a plan on how to come out of homelessness at the height of a global pandemic. So this week we are going to discuss what selfishness means, how I use selfishness to reach my goals, and finally 5 different ways that you can include selfishness in your life to help you reach your biggest goals. So what does selfish mean? Well, if we ask our homie Webster, he will tell us that being selfish is being concerned excessively or exclusively with oneself, concentrating solely on one's own well-being without regard for others. I know, it's sounding very negative. It's giving egotistic. It's giving self-centered. It's giving eating up all the food in the house while everyone else starves. However, let me tell you why this is so important. So often we give and we give and we give of ourselves without any regards of our own dreams and aspirations. We help this person reach their goals. We help this person reach their dreams. We help this person, that person do this, that, and the other, but we get left behind. That is why I am reframing the word selfish and I'm giving it my own definition. Loving yourself enough to make yourself your priority. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you spent an entire day for yourself doing something that you love to do because you wanted to? Don't worry. I'll wait. Think about it. When was the last time you spent a day just for you, doing what you want to do? If it's hard for you to think of the last time you spent the day doing what you love, then this message is for you. Hear me out. I know you're too busy. I know if you don't get it done, no one else will get it done. I know that this is important. Your son needs this. Your husband needs this. Your job needs this from you. However, if you keep pulling money from your ATM machine without making any deposits, you are eventually going to run out of money. And we don't want that to happen. We need to take time to nurture ourselves, to take care of ourselves, to love on ourselves. If we get lost in the dust and the sun, we want to take care of our responsibilities. We want to help other people, yes, but we don't want to do that at the expense of ourselves. So that's why we must be selfish. Now, if you're still feeling skeptical about being selfish in your own life, let me tell you how being selfish helped me reach my goals. As you know, I lost my apartment in December 2019. So I started the new year of 2020 off homeless, living in my car with 2 cats by myself. But I did not come up with a plan, a real solid, concrete plan of how to get over this homeless hump until mid-April. What was I doing from December to April? Still focusing on any and everything else except for myself. I was focused on my brother, making sure that he was safe and secure in housing. Him! I was focused on my job, going into work early, going and leaving late, not getting paid for that extra time, just going above and beyond to show my boss that I cared about my job. What? I was a big brother, big sister big. And so I was spending extra quality time with my little. I only needed to spend 3 outings with her a month, but I was spending 3 outings with her a week. I was focused on everyone and everything except for me. And it wasn't until we were quarantined and I was stuck living in a car 24/7 when I sat down and realized, wait, hold up. My goals and my dreams have been the same since 2008. Nothing's changed. They've just gotten more detailed. Yet what have I done since 2008? Focused on running from my trauma and focused on helping anyone and everyone else except for me reach their own goals and their own dreams. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Something had to give. I needed to shift my focus on me so that I can help me. Because if I didn't help me, how was I going to be able to help everybody else? So what did I do? I deemed 2020 #myselfish2020. I started saying no. I started saying no and setting boundaries. I went into work when I needed to be there and I left when I needed to leave. When my brother reached out to me and asked me for something, if I wasn't in the right headspace to help him or if I had plans to do something for myself, I said no. I scaled back on my big brother, big sister duties and I only did 3 outings a month. I focused on me, brought all of that attention that I have been lavishing on other people and other things, helping them reach their goals, and I brought it all back here. It was time to use all those skills on myself, and that's what I did. I sat down, I wrote out a plan. I said, this is what I want to do with my life, and this is what I'm going to start doing now so that I can get there. We all know what happened after that. I made a plan to get out of homelessness in 6 weeks. In 1 week, I was back at work after being furloughed for 8 weeks. In the second week, I had started my own business, doubling my income. In 5 weeks, I had found a home and moved in. So how can you use selfishness in your own life to help you reach your goals and dreams? Well, here are 5 things that you can begin doing right now, this very moment, that'll help you harness the power of being selfish while still being available to be of service to the ones you love. The first thing is to prioritize yourself. Put yourself first. Let's say you wake up on a Saturday and you have an entire plan laid out for what you need to get done that day. But then you get a call from a friend who needs help. She needs your help to get something done. If it's not a life-threatening emergency, it is not your problem. Focus on yourself. Think about it from a financial perspective. What do financial gurus always tell you to do when you get your paycheck? Pay yourself first. When you're traveling on an airplane with a child, What do they tell you? If something happens, make sure your mask is secure first before making sure the child's mask is secure. If you're not okay, if you're not taking care of you, then how are you going to be in a position to help anyone else take care of themselves? Prioritize yourself and then help others. The second thing you can do right now is set boundaries. This is the perfect way to back up prioritizing yourself in your life. If you have a friend who you know is self-centered, who calls you all the time asking you for X, Y, and Z and doesn't know how to do things on their own, block the number. Block that number from 9 to 5 so you will have time to get the things you need to get done. And then outside of that, accept her calls, do whatever you can to help her get to wherever it is she needs to get to. Setting boundaries is all about putting systems in place so that you can remain focused on your goals. Along with setting boundaries, the third thing is learning how to say no. Now I know that's easier said than done. That's a fact. But here's another fact. There's multiple ways to communicate. If you don't feel comfortable saying no face to face, text it, call them, send them an email, send them a DM. Anything you need to do to get the point across that it's a no for me, dog. It's gonna be a no. At the very least, get comfortable with just saying one word, no. That's all you need. You don't need an explanation. You don't need to say sorry. Just say no. Number 4 is spending time with yourself. I recommend at the very least spending 20 minutes with yourself a day, 2 hours with yourself a week, 2 days with yourself a month, and 2 weeks with yourself a year. This is at the very minimum. 20 minutes every day doing something that you love to do, that brings you joy, that refuels you, helps you refocus and helps re-energize you. That's not a lot at all. 20 minutes in 24 hours, you can find that time. If you want to go above and beyond for yourself, I recommend doing things like setting a morning routine. An hour a day, set aside just for you. Or maybe taking yourself out on a date every week. Going to your favorite restaurants, going to buy a new book that you've been wanting to buy, or just going to the beach to read said book. Now this last one might ruffle some feathers, but it needs to be said, and it has to be done. You need to start taking a break. I know you ain't got time. I know you got this, and that to do. I know, but you need to take a break. Stop working through your lunch. They will replace you like this if something happened to you. They can wait 30 minutes while you sit and enjoy a delicious lunch. Anything else that you do, you are allowed to take a break. You are a grown ass woman, man. Them or they, you deserve to take a break. Just to recenter, refocus, clear your head, get some food in your body, drink some water, scroll through Instagram for a quick laugh. You deserve it. So take a break. Now see, that wasn't that bad. Being selfish isn't as negative as people like to make it out to be, especially when you reclaim it and reframe it to mean what we have today. Loving yourself enough to make yourself your priority. Thank you so much for being here today and for watching this episode of 413 Vision TV. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to join the 4B Queendom, that can easily be arranged. Go ahead and press on that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss content. If you like to follow us on any of the social media platforms, we got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got TikTok. I'll link all of those links below. And remember, everything I say, everything I do is to show you that you have purpose. You are magnificent. You are valuable and you are worthy. I see the queen in you.